Welcome back, everybody. My name is Nick. This is Swivel Thinking. And in the last video, we looked at some basic types. We learned the basics of how to use a string, a Boolean, and numbers in our Swift code. You probably noticed that when we were creating all of those, we used this keyword let, L-E-T. And in this video, we're going to actually dive into what does that let keyword mean? And we're also going to dive into the var keyword. So in layman's terms, the simplest way to think about this is a let means once we set the data, it is never going to change. A var or a variable means the data is variable. The data can change. That's the simplest way to explain it, but let's actually jump into the code and look at some examples. All right, welcome back, everybody. So again, my name is Nick. This is Swiftful Thinking, and we are learning Swift basics in this playlist. If you're just joining, I highly recommend watching the earlier videos in this playlist because they're building up to this one. In the last video, we looked at some basic types in Swift. We learned what strings are, what Booleans are, what dates and numbers, integers, doubles, floats are. In this video, we're going to look at the difference between a variable and a constant. So so far in this playlist, we've only used let, but now we're going to start using var as well. To do that, let's make a new file. So I'm going to right click the navigator, create a new playground page. Again, if you're just joining, we are in the playground in Xcode, but you could do this in any Swift file, of course. So new playground page, and let's call this one variables. Why not? And I'm going to delete some of this stuff that it just put in our file, and we'll leave import foundation, and let's get coding here. And firstly, let's create a constant. So here we're going to say we're going to say some constant. That's what we'll call it. And we'll set it equal to true. I'm then create another one that's a var, and we'll say some variable. And we'll set it equal to true. So at face value, these look very similar. They're both of type bool, right? But the difference here is that this is a constant, this is a variable. So here I'm going to put constant, and here I will put variable. And variable means that the value of this can change. So during the life of our app, this Boolean can change. So it might be true, it might be false. It's going to change over the course of our app. This is a constant signaled by let. And that means that this constant of type bool, once we set it the first time, so we're setting it equal to true, it will never, ever, ever change. So in my code, if I did something and I wanted to set some constant equal to false, I'm going to get a compiler error. And we can see that here. Cannot assign value because some constant, this object is a let, which is a constant. So it's a let, meaning we cannot change the value of it. I will just copy and paste this here and comment this out. But we can, however, set some variable equal to false. There's no problem in our code when we run this because some variable is a variable, of course. So here we can see that it was true, and then when we got to this line, it was false. So you might be thinking, all right, well, it seems like this is worse than this. Do we always want to use a var? Well, the answer is no. We want to always use a constant unless we need to change it. So in programming, you usually always want to restrict things as much as you possibly can. So if we can get by with it being a constant, then we keep it a constant. But if we are writing some code and we realize that eventually we need to change the value of it, then we would switch it to a var. So if you're writing code and you know something is going to change, make it a variable. If you know that it will always be equal to this value, make it a constant. All right, so I'm going to come down here and do another example. And we're going to create a var called maybe my number. And we're going to set it equal to 1. All right. In the last video, we learned about numbers. This right now is an integer. Just a friendly reminder, if we added decimals here, this would then become a double. And what I'm going to do is change the value of my number. And I'm going to set it equal to maybe 2. I'll set my number equal to this number. I'll set my number equal to 1. I'll set my number equal to some other number. And then inside each of here, I'm just going to print out my number. Okay. So print it here. Let's print it here. Let's print it here. Let's print it here. And I'm going to run this to the console. Again, the console is this bottom area. If I click run, we should get these printouts. So we can see that my number was equal to this, and then it was equal to this, and then this, and then this. Okay. So we created a variable so that this number is changing over time. Again, all of these versions of the number, even though I put in 1 without a decimal here, this is still going to be a double. Because once you declare the type for my number, so up here we're declaring it as a double, it is never going to be anything other than a double. Okay? And again, we cannot convert it into a Boolean or something like that as we change it. If it is declared as a double, it must always be a double. So if I try to run this, it won't even let me run it because we cannot assign a Boolean to a double. So again, this is Swift being a type-safe language, right? So we declare it as a type, and now we can change the value, what it's equal to, but we cannot change the type. And that is a good thing for us as developers. All right, so once you actually start changing the value of something, you then might want to check what is the value of it. So coming down here, we're going to look at our first if statements. And if is a really popular thing that you're going to start using for the lifetime of you being a software engineer or any kind of engineer. If something is true or false, then do something else. And so down here, let's create a var user is premium. This will be a bool, and we'll set it equal to true. And now maybe we want to say if the user's premium is equal to true, then do something. And we can write that just as I said it. We can write if, and we can say if user is premium is equal to, the double equal sign means is equal to, and we'll say if it's equal to true, then we run this code. So this is a closure signaled by the open brackets, closing brackets. You're going to start seeing that a lot in the next couple videos. And so the code that is inside this closure, meaning this line, will only execute if this is correct. So if user's premium is equal to true, then we will print, we'll do 1, user is premium. So if I run this right now and I look at the console, of course, user is premium. If it is false and I run this again, we can see nothing's going to print out because user is not premium. Okay. There is a shorthand of writing this code here. And so I just want to show it to you guys because you'll see it as you watch other tutorials. So we can say if user is premium, open the brackets. So this is implying the same thing as this. The compiler knows that user is premium is a Boolean. And so here, checking if user is premium is equal to true, if this Boolean is equal to true, is the same thing as if this Boolean is true. And so here I can put in the same thing to user is premium. Run this, nothing's going to happen. If I put this as true, of course, both of these will print out. We can do the reverse of this as well. So if user is premium is equal to false, and if it's false, we'll run this statement. So here I'll put another print statement. I'll say 3, user is not premium. And let's set it equal to false just so that we know that that runs. So we'll run this again. We can see user is not premium. And there also is a shorthand of writing this. Now, of course, it can't be exactly the same as this. So what we would write is if not signaled by the exclamation mark. So not. If you put the exclamation mark before a Boolean, it means not. So kind of like a Borat, not user is premium, then we will run this code. I hope somebody laughed out there, but that was a terrible Borat impression. I'm sorry, guys. If user is not premium, run this line of code. And so if we run this, we can see that 4 prints out, right? So these are some simple ways that we can start checking our code. And the same way that we have an if statement, we also have else. So else means if this is true, we come in here. Else, all other cases, if this is not true, we will go into the else, and then we'll come in here and we can say print. Let's call this maybe 1.1. User is not premium. All right, so I run this now. We can see user is not premium prints out here. Okay, that was just an introduction to if statements. This can get really complex as we start going into it. But in the next video, we're going to really dive into operators. So there's much more than just is equal to and checking if a Boolean is true or false. There's a lot of if statements that we can check, basically like we can check numbers, if they're like greater than or equal to or less than. We can check the value of certain strings, like is a string the certain text that we want it to be, a whole bunch of really cool things like that that we're going to dive into in the next video. But in this video, I just wanted to emphasize the difference between a let and a var. So if it's never going to change the value, we make it a constant. If the value will change, we will make it a var. Preferably, we want everything to be as restrictive as possible. So if we don't need to change it, make it a constant. If it is never changing and it's a var, that would be bad practice. But if it's never changing, make it a constant. If it is changing, make it a var. All right, now you guys know some basic if statements. In the next video, we're going to get into some little more complex operators. Again, I want to thank you guys for watching. My name is Nick. This is Swiftful Thinking, and I'll see you in the next video.